In this session, we take a meeting transcript and turn it into a conceptual data model. Picture the situation. You've just come out of a Teams meeting with your team. You work through the customer data model in detail, and everyone who needs to be in the room was there. What you're left with is a transcript of that conversation, and the question is what happens next. You want an artifact that you can show to your stakeholders so you can ask, is this what you meant? Let's walk through how you get there inside DeltaVault. I'll start with the start workshop. The previous session covered what these settings mean, so go and watch that if you need the details. I'm going to uncheck Discover Attributes, then upload the meeting transcript. With the transcript uploaded, the same rule applies as before. The level of detail and specifics discussed in that meeting determines the effort level you need. When the content you hand DeltaVault is detailed enough, the effort level barely matters. So I'll leave it on standard and start the workshop. It now reads the transcript, looking for business concepts, the relationship between them, and any additional facts it can extract for us. It also explains itself because I ask it to tell me why it made certain decisions, which means I can review each one and accept it, reject it, or change it. Here's what it came back with. The model on the left-hand side, plus a set of notes on what it did. It is marked the roadshow event and the order as out of scope for this model. And we can always bring them in later if we want to. Now look at what we've got over on this side. If I open the customer, it says that Sarah and Michael were explicit that this is a role, not a membership. It's pulling the content straight out of the transcript to justify that decision. And every other result here can be reviewed the same way. From here I want to make a couple of changes. The first thing worth pointing out is the orange lines on the diagram. Because an orange line indicates that the relationship already exists. We've modeled it before and DeltaVault has come back to say, hold on, in this transcript you're discussing that same relationship, but you're giving it a different name. So we get to decide whether we use the new name or keep the old one. For now, I'm just going to disregard those. The next thing is that it has brought in both a residence and a delivery address. Residence is also an address, so I'll say rename residence to home address. Let's see what it does with that. It has made the change exactly as asked, so I can confirm that's fine. This is the model I want, and I'll apply it. Once I apply the model, you can see it contains the club, partner, customer, and delivery and home address. If I double-click the entity, it shows me exactly what it is, and I can go further to capture the synonyms that came up during the discussion. That's it. We have just turned a transcript from a Teams meeting into a conceptual model in minutes, ready to take back to the team and ask, is this correct? There is a second benefit to working this way, and it has nothing to do with the tool. The discipline makes you think harder about what you're actually discussing in the meeting. Because if you know the conversation is going to drive the conceptual model, you tend to push for more detail while you're still in the room. In the next session, we will look at how we can connect this model to our source systems. Thank you for watching.